Service blueprints are companions to customer journey maps. They help organizations see the big picture of how a service is implemented by the company and used by the customers. They pinpoint dependencies between employee-facing and customer-facing processes in the same visualization. And it is instrumental in identifying pain points, optimizing complex interactions, and ultimately saving money for the organization, and improving the experience for its customers. The service map is a communication tool that illustrates the what of a service as a basis for managing the how of a service. It shows the key customers' actions, how customers and employees from different departments interacts, the front-page action by those service employees, and how these are supported by the backstage activities and systems. It can help bring together marketing, operations, and human resource management within a firm.
Components of a service blueprint. First one is physical evidence. These are what customer comes in contact with. This category includes the location, like a physical store or the company websites. The next one is the customer action. These are what customers do during the service experience. For example, customers might visit the website or talk to an employee. Next is the front stage or visible employee action. These are what customers see and who they interact with. So for example, employees might greet a customer visiting a physical location. The next one is the backstage or invisible contact employee actions. All other employees' action, preparation, or responsibilities customers don't see but that make the service possible. For example, is the employees might write content for the website or email. The last one is support processes. These are the internal or additional activities that support the employees providing the service. For example, third-party vendors who deliver supplies, a carrier service, equipment, or software used. The figure shown is an example of a service blueprint, specifically a hotel service blueprint, and it includes the components of a service that is being mapped out.
Is building a blueprint. This consists of cross-functional team consisting of members from marketing, HR, operations, and in some cases even customer. Here is the process of building a blueprint. Step 1. Identify the process to be blueprinted. Whether it is main process or sub-process, it's important to have identified what it is beforehand. Step 2. Identify the customer segment. Different customer segments may have different needs and requirements. Therefore, your service may change from segment to segment. Step 3. Map the process from the customer's point of view. You can understand the view of the customers by focusing on how they initiate the service, the choices they make, and so on. Step 4. Map contact employee actions. These are on-stage, backstage, and technological actions. This step starts with mapping the service process of the contact employee, both front stage and backstage. Step 5. Link contact activities to needed support functions. It may involve employees from different departments of the organization. Step 6. Add evidence of service at each customer action step. This highlights what the customer sees or receives as tangible evidence of service during each step of their experience.
So let's move on to application of service blueprints. These are the new service development, supporting a zero-defect culture, and the service recovery strategies. First, we have the new service development that involves the concept of development and market testing. Next is the supporting of zero-defect culture that takes into account the management of reliability and identifying empowerment issues. Lastly, the service recovery that pertains in identifying service problems, conducting root cause analysis, and ultimately modifying processes. So upon discussing the application, let's now tackle various uses of blueprints. So blueprints can be used by the following: service marketers, human resources, operations management, and system technology. For the service marketers, blueprint is for creating realistic customer expectations such as the service system design and promotions. Human resources is for empowering the human element in terms of the job description, selection criteria, and appraisal systems.
Operations management as rendering the service as promised by managing and resolving the pain points, issues, or bottlenecks that can emerge during the process. Securing the good quality control and great training system to ensure a satisfied customers. System technology as providing necessary tools to ensure it is easy to understand. It can also produce a personal preference in databases. The benefits of blueprinting serves as a basis for identifying and evaluating the cost, income, and capital invested in each service of element. It shows the sequence of delivery process and by separating the on-stage from backstage to ensure that the customer can contact from a right employee, which will result in immediate action. Identify likely fail points, which is weak links to service activities, and which point needs to improve, as it identifies the capacity of bottlenecks and errors in the system, which will help to produce a better outcome. It allows management of the whole rather than a piece, makes a company more productive and create services that reacts quickly to the market needs and opportunities.
The next topic is the physical evidence or the Servicescape. What is physical evidence? It refers to everything that the customer sees when interacting with the business. It includes the physical environment, which where the businesses provides the goods or services, the branding, packaging, interior design or layout, the staff, and how they dress and act is also part of the physical evidence. Elements of physical evidence. We all know that services are intangible, but customers often rely on tangible things. These are the elements of physical evidence. For Servicescape, facility exterior, it includes exterior design, landscape, parking, signage, and surrounding environment. For facility interior, it includes interior design, layout, signage, equipment, and air quality. For other tangibles, these are reports, billing statements, stationery, business cards, employees' uniform, and brochures.
Look at some examples of physical evidence from the consumer's viewpoint. For example, as we go in sporting events to watch our favorite basketball teams, or the physical environment we see upon arriving in the vicinity surrounding the court or the playing field where the basketball teams will play, the parking lot, restroom, the seating locations where we're going to watch the games is part of the physical evidence of a Servicescape. While the ticket, the staff's uniform, and team mascots are part of the other tangibles for their service. Servicescapes are also divided in three categories based on their intended use: self-service, interpersonal services, and remote services. While its complexity is divided in two types: the elaborate Servicescapes, which involves highly capable staffs who are knowledgeable about the service being offered and can interact with customers and its inquiries. Examples: e-base, hotels, and utilities. Lastly, there's the lean Servicescapes, which has the fewer interactions, components, and spaces between staff and customers, making it possible for customers to directly access services which is more autonomous and easier to operate. Examples of these are ATMs, hair salons, and automated messaging customer service.
Servicescape package. This packaging role is particularly important in creating expectation for new customers. Facilitator. The Servicescape can also serve as facilitator in aiding the performances of person in the environment. Socializer. The socialization of both employees and customers in the sense of that it helps to convey expected roles, behaviors, and relationships. Differentiators. The physical facility can differentiate a firm from its competitor and signal the market segment the service is intended for. Guidelines for physical evidence strategy. Recognize the strategic impact of physical evidence. It affects service quality, expectation, and perception. Map the physical evidence of service. It displays the service by simultaneously depicting the process of service delivery. Clarify the roles of the Servicescape: package, facilitator, socializer, and differentiator. Assess and identify physical evidence opportunities. Having understood the current form of evidence and roles, then opportunities for improvement can be identified. Be prepared to update and modernize the evidence. It may require updating and modernizing. Work cross-functionally. A multifunction team approach is required for the decision-making process.